All right, as a clinical unit manager, you know exactly what that daily chaos feels like. The fast-paced shift handovers, the constant shuffling of bed availability, and just the overall struggle to keep a massive rotating team on the exact same page. If your nurses and staff are relying on scattered sticky notes, messy whiteboards, or verbal handoffs that just get lost in the noise, you're losing valuable time. And honestly, worse than that, when verbal handoffs get lost, it's not just an inconvenience. It delays patient care, and it absolutely frustrates your exhausted team. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to look at the ultimate guide to organizing your clinical workflow using free, fully customizable dry erase templates designed specifically for intense healthcare environments.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've structured this explainer into 5 key sections to take you from operational bottlenecks to a permanent deployed solution. First, the coordination challenge. Second, mastering the daily huddle. Third, customizing your unit's boards. Fourth, choosing the right backing. And finally, sanitization and durability. Section 1, the coordination challenge, bringing order to the unit. Let's look at why standardizing all that scattered information is the ultimate key to fixing those chaotic shift handovers. Which brings us right to Section 2, mastering the daily huddle, the true anchor of your shift. To solve this coordination challenge, you absolutely need a vital centerpiece where the entire team can gather, align, and act. And here is exactly what that structured roadmap looks like. At a single glance, your charge nurses and staff can see the current census right alongside available beds. You can track expected admissions and discharges to tightly manage patient flow. There are dedicated sections for immediate safety concerns, like tracking complex isolation precautions, vital staffing updates, and urgent equipment needs. It even includes space for action items and team recognition, which is huge for morale. Imagine an incoming transfer from the ED. Your team instantly checks the available beds and staffing updates quadrants without having to track down the charge nurse. It forces centralization. It completely streamlines those critical shift handovers because every single person is looking at the same structured data at the exact same time. It practically eliminates that dangerous game of clinical telephone. Moving right along to Section 3, customizing your unit's boards, making sure they are perfectly tailored to your space. Because, let's be real, what works for a fast-paced emergency department won't necessarily work for the NICU. Now, what's really interesting here is that these templates from posterpresentations.com are built in standard PowerPoint. That means literally anyone on your admin team can easily edit labels, add rows, or shift columns to match your exact workflows. And resizing them for your specific wall? Incredibly simple. You can actually scale these proportionally up to 47 inches tall without any loss of quality, making them visible all the way down a long hospital corridor. It just takes 4 quick steps. Step 1, select all your content using Command-A on a Mac or Control-A on Windows. Right-click and group it. Step 2, click the Design tab and select Slide Size. Step 3, click Custom Slide Size and enter your exact desired physical dimensions. Finally, Step 4, just click and drag any of the corner handles to resize the grouped content so it fills your new page perfectly. Those corner handles are the secret sauce here. They keep all the proportions exactly correct, preventing your layout from ever getting stretched out or distorted. Okay, so once your layout is perfectly dialed in digitally, you have to deploy it physically. That brings us to Section 4, choosing the right backing, high traffic versus temporary use. We really need to match the physical material of your new board to the intense demands of your specific environment. This matrix is going to guide your purchasing decisions based on your unit's strict requirements. Let's walk through it real quick. First up, the custom poster. It's printed on premium photo paper, it's very budget-friendly, but keep in mind, it is not water-resistant. Second, the permanent decal. This uses adhesive vinyl. It's perfect for high-use, long-term installations directly on a flat wall, and yes, it is fully water-resistant. Third, we have the removable decal. Printed on repositionable vinyl, this is an absolute lifesaver if your facility management has strict rules against drilling into drywall or using permanent adhesives. Goes up cleanly and is also water-resistant. Finally, the rigid dry erase board. Mounted on lightweight PVC, it arrives completely ready to hang for a clean, permanent display, and of course, it is entirely water-resistant. To simplify that matrix even further, let's just contrast your 2 main operational lanes. On the left side, we have temporary or flexible use. If you're setting up a temporary training room or you're on a tight budget and plan to rotate designs frequently, the custom photo posters hung with pins or tape are fantastic. Just remember, they absolutely must be kept dry. Now, on the right side, we have high-traffic clinical areas. For your main nurses station, busy hallway huddle spots, or active patient rooms, you need heavy-duty resilience. Those areas see bumps from carts and require constant cleaning, which is exactly why the rigid PVC boards or the permanent decals are mandatory. They are rugged, wall-mounted, and completely water-resistant. But, hearing the phrase water-resistant naturally leads a clinical manager to a much more specific, critical healthcare question. Can these boards actually survive clinical-grade sanitization? Will they hold up to the strict, relentless infection control protocols of your unit? Well, the answer is a definitive yes. Section 5, Sanitization and Durability, built for healthcare. The secret to this incredible durability is a technology called no-ghost laminate. By definition, this is a premium dry erase finish that allows for perfectly smooth writing and incredibly easy cleaning. I mean, we've all dealt with those terrible old whiteboards where yesterday's shifts notes are permanently smudged into a gray blur, right? That's called ghosting, and it makes reading critical updates practically impossible. Well, this premium laminate prevents that entirely. And for hospitals, the absolute best part is that you can safely use isopropyl alcohol and alcohol-based cleaners to wipe away any stubborn marks without damaging the board's shiny finish. So the crucial point here is that your custom design, the grid lines, the text, the unit logos, it is all printed under the laminate. It literally cannot be damaged by cleaning the surface. This provides ultimate operational reassurance. You don't have to tiptoe around the grid lines. Your staff can use harsh, hospital-grade alcohol wipes, like Santa Claus, to aggressively sanitize the board between shifts, and they will never accidentally erase the printed template itself. The surface stays perfectly smooth, and your crucial design stays perfectly intact, even in an isolation room environment. For daily use, just wipe the board with a soft, dry, or slightly damp cloth. When you do encounter stubborn marks from a marker left on way too long, reach for the isopropyl alcohol. You can and absolutely should sanitize all of the water-resistant options, the decals and the PVC boards, with your standard alcohol-based surface cleaners. The only real rule to remember? Step away from the rough paper towels. Over time, those abrasive paper fibers will leave micro-scratches on the laminate. We've covered the chaos of unorganized handovers, the structured solution of the huddle board, the ease of standard PowerPoint customization, and the clinical-grade durability of the physical prints. So I'll leave you with this final question to think about. How will transparent visual coordination empower your clinical team's next shift? When everyone from the charge nurse to the newest tech can see exactly what needs to be done, patient care improves, and the daily chaos just fades away. You have the tools and the templates right at your fingertips. It's time to bring that clarity to your unit. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy organizing!